I hope you guys are ready for some drama. I just realised earlier that I didn't even put my microphone on, so that was embarrassing. Good God, what a great start. Wait a minute, and welcome, my name is Yuusha Anime, and welcome back to Grisaia no Kajitsu, or the Fruit of Grisaia. And this is now part 79, making it my longest Let's Play now ever in anything on my channel. And we are now going to continue on furthermore so with Michiru's route where she wants to end it all. So, let's find out exactly what happened, shall we, guys? I want it all to end. This world is just too sad. Why do people die? Why do we have to leave each other? Nobody can give me a good answer. I'm the most worthless person in this world. So why do I have to force myself to go on living this pathetic, miserable little life? It wouldn't be so bad if I was just inferior to everybody else, but I'm not even the best me inside of me. It's really painful. Really sad. What's the point of my existence? Nobody's telling me. Why do the friends who treat me kindly all go away? Why do I have to say goodbye to the people I love? Everybody else is just turning a blind eye to the fact that it all ends. They're telling themselves comfortable lies. That's how they get through all day. Through the day, sorry. I don't want to be in a world like that. It's scary. Really, really scary. Wow.
でも、本当にそれでいいの？これは君の体で、君の人生なんだよ。分かってる。でも、これ以上続けていく自信がない。だから、あなたにこれからの私を任せたい。あなたならうまくできるでしょう。
That's sad.
私がもっと君のことをちゃんとフォローできればこんなことにはならなかったのに。あなたのせいじゃない。全部私が悪いの。
No, it's not.
私がバカでダメで生きている意味がないから。
This is why bullies suck. Bullies suck. And it wasn't even just a kid, it was teachers. That's the sadder part about it. Let me just make sure my microphone's at the right volume quickly.
もし君の気が変わったら教えて。いつでもいいから。
Yes, perfect. Sorry about that. Just had to make sure. It's probably because I'm speaking quite somberly at the moment. Genkai ka.
これで終わりにするの。
I'm gonna end it at this. Damn.
あの子はもう戻ってこないつもりみたい。
I'm sorry. No, I didn't select that. Excuse me? Alright, sorry about that. I see. If that's Michiru's decision, maybe that's the way it'll have to be. But tell me, what are your thoughts on the matter?
私は
Yeah, what do you honestly think?
私はあの子が今後もこの体で生きるべきだと思う。だって人生ってそういうものでしょ、自分で自分を選ぶことなんて誰だってできない。
Yes.
だからあの子もこの体を受け入れなくちゃ。
She needs to. Yes. I fully in favor of that. She needs to. As your own person... was that supposed to be me reading? Yeah, it was. Then again, if Michiru never comes back, you'll be able to live freely, right? As your own... wow, I did miss. As your own person, not someone standing, you'll be able to do what you want to do, when you want to do it. Pretty decent deal, don't you think? Don't you want another shot at life?
それは?
Ooh. The girl bites her fingernail as she ponders the question. Probably isn't even aware she's doing it.
それはそうだけど。でも、これは私の体じゃない。
Overcoming a moment of hesitation, the girl delivers her answer in a resolute tone. In other words, you want to respect Michiru's wishes first and foremost?
そうだね。
No matter what that may mean for you? Or for that body?
それってどういうこと?
Just answer the question. You really believe that Michiru's wants should take precedence, correct? We're asking the big boy questions. Alright then. I slap my hands together smartly. Now we can get started. Wounds of the heart aren't the kind of injury someone else can patch up for you in an afternoon. Only the person suffering can ever really understand. Understood. That's such a weird word to put there, but it's understand. Understand makes sense, but understood, past tense. Understood how deep their wounds are, which means at the end of the day, they've got to be the one who figures out how to heal them. In other words, I'm not going to tell Michiru to live or come out of there just because I say so. I need to know her real feelings first, and I need your cooperation to make that possible. She's going to help us. Of course she will. Of course she will help us. When deployed to a battlefield, far from her homeland, spending weeks in the field listening to bombs full day and night, the majority of people can't stay in a normal state of mind. This little bit of soundtrack is amazing. Oh, I like it. Some lose control over their bladders. Some obsessively count the amount of bullets they've used over and over again. Some start ranting and thrashing around in the middle of the night. All of those in their way are probably the self-defense mechanisms of human beings eager to retreat into their own minds and escape from a hellish reality. Yeah, they want to forget where they are so that they can cope. But I am familiar with the way to hold a conversation with people like that, no matter how far gone they seem. Oh, Yuji, okay. Maybe familiar isn't the right word. I've experienced it. Personally. It's not exactly a pleasant memory for me, so I can't say I'm eager to do the same thing to someone else. But right now, I don't have any other choice. The most important thing is to hear what Michiru herself has to say. There's no time for hesitation. I quickly set about making my preparations. Nice. We're gonna make it dark. We're gonna make the environment like her mood to draw her out? Studying the objects I brought back to the room with me, Michiru blinks in confusion. The curtain is a thick, opaque one I borrowed from the AV room. And the lamp is perfectly normal, although I fiddle with the wiring to attach a makeshift modulator. That's right, we'll be using these to get a hold of Michiru. Hypnotherapy. Ah. That makes it even more interesting that he knows how to do hypnotherapy. Probably for the best. It's not exactly the sort of story that's going to get you dancing with joy. Cutting off this line of conversation, I retrieve a container of lamina candy from my pocket. It's the same one I found in Michiru's room. Oh. The medicine she was taking to keep you in check. Your willpower, this medicine, and a little hypnosis are going to drag her out of her hiding place. Yeah, that's right. Once you take the medicine, all you have to do is lie down on the bed. She never even knew what the medicine was. Once I've explained the basic idea, Michiru swallows the medicine I offer her, then obediently lies face up in the bed. Wait, did she say Michiru? She didn't, did she? Yeah, she doesn't say Michiru. Why is that there? It's going to be fine. Let the tension out of your shoulders and relax. Just stare up at the ceiling and let your mind go blank. Pulling the curtain across the window, I plunge the room into complete darkness. We're going to make it as dark as it's inside her. Then flip on the lamp, guided by the faint glow of fluorescent paint on its switch. An orange-tinted light flashes brightly from the bulb, then fades away just as quickly. Then, next, I move my hand to the modulator and turn its knobs experimentally. The first alters the light color, the second changes the speed at which it blinks. Seems to be working as intended. Whoa, okay, we went on full technical hello. Taking Michiru's pulse from her wrist when peering down at her pupils, I continue fiddling with the flashing light for a good 20 minutes. About time, I think. Normally, adjusting this sort of device involves the use of expensive electronic equipment, and careful monitoring of the subject's brainwaves and pupillary reflexes. But I'm not out to brainwash Michiru, or cure some condition. All I need to do is place a simple hypnotic suggestion in her mind. Although it requires a certain level of trust with the patient, even a makeshift device like this can serve that purpose. I hope this works. I hope this works. Exhaling deeply, I rise to my feet and look down at Michiru. I stop flashing the light. In its steady, dim glow, I make out Michiru's face below me. Her expression seems very peaceful. Michiru? Michiru, can you hear me? Michiru. Slowly, Michiru's lips begin to move. That's her. Why'd you disappear without a word like that? I've been worried. You don't have to apologize. I'm on your side no matter what, okay? So tell me, what do you want to do? She can't say it, can she? Whatever it is, I'll make it happen. But I need to know what you really want. She's gonna break down. Michiru, answer me. Just as I begin to lose control of my tone, I could see something change in her eyes, somewhere deep inside her. That Michiru is rising toward the surface. She wants to die. She wants to die. She told us her wish. Huh? Saying that and nothing more, Michiru's eyes fall shut. She goes limp on the bed, apparently unconscious. I see. In that case, that's how it'll be. Have to respect your wishes after all. I gently wipe the sweat from the girl's forehead with my hand. I'll kill you, Michiru. Does she really want to die? Does she really want to die? Oh, sorry, I didn't change the position of my my face camera at that bit. Apologies about that. I forgot to do that. So sorry if I do seem a bit sluggish at the moment. I'm still recovering from a concussion, so I'm okay. It's just I might be a bit slow to realise something, so bear with me today, guys. I'm gonna do my best. Dots, more dots, even more dots. The darkness is your friend, hey? Sounded like an edgy 8th grader. They say cutting off cutting off a person's senses heightens the other senses, but the more senses they lose, the more control they lose, the more they mentally break. So I don't believe that's a good thing at all. It would just bring more fear to you, more uncertainty. And that's where you're wrong. That when somebody says this is how it should be, that's when you know they're lying to themselves half the time, especially if it's on about in themselves, because nobody truly wants to get rid of everything, I think. Because if so, why would some people hesitate before doing the act? If somebody hesitated before doing the act, they would have something that they don't want to lose. And she's asking us to kill her. This is well, she wants to die even. We're the ones volunteering to kill her. Somebody's trying to open the door, but I've already decided I'm never coming out of here again. It's pointless. They should just give up. I'm finished. Michiru. I can hear a voice. A voice that brings back a lot of memories. A voice that I'll never hear again. Can you hear me, Michiru? How is this voice reaching me here? So deep in the dark? I'm sure I locked the door firmly behind me, but somehow it's slipping in through the cracks, trying to reach my heart. And this is how we're going to slowly bring you back out, Michiru. I wish she'd cut it out. I already decided to end the pain. I already decided I don't want to be sad anymore. And yet I answer him. Did I choose to reply? Or was that her? No, that's you. I've been worried. Those are definitely my words. My feelings. Ones I'd left unspoken. Oh. Whoa. What do you want to do? He's asking what I want. Whatever it is, I'll make it happen. There's only one answer. I need to know what you really want. I don't want to lose anything else. I don't want to lose anyone else. Michiru, answer me. But that's an impossible wish, so... We only heard the I don't want to live anymore. We didn't hear the pain part. But even more than that, I don't want to be separated from Yuji. I can see his face above me. Very, very close. I'll never see him like this again. I'll never be able to touch him again. But there's nothing I can do about that now. As my consciousness fades slowly away, I hear him speak to me. I'll kill you, Michiru. I see. Being killed by the person I love, huh? Yeah, that might just be the happiest possible ending. No, it won't be. Once again, I sink down through the deep darkness, as I settle into my home at the bottom of the sea. SpongeBob SquarePants. God damn it. I hastily wonder what will happen next. I'm pretty much dead already. What's going to happen if Yuji kills me? Will even a small flicker of consciousness disappear into nothing? Or maybe I'll just fall a little deeper. Into an even darker and more silent world. I can't even imagine what an afterlife might be like. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't scared. And lonely. Of course. But what else could I do? That girl's better than me. She always will be. So this is the way it has to be. I'm sorry, hello? What are we doing? Whoa! Oh, hello. It's so bright. Something's happening, but I can't tell what. Once again, I'm forcibly dragged up out of the darkness. A brilliant light pierces deeply through my eyelids. So we actually broke through. Okay, that's what's happened. Okay. Bringing with it a sharp jolt of pain. Did Yuji kill me? That might explain the sudden dramatic change. Maybe this is the afterlife? I don't know about that, though. My eyes really hurt. Isn't everything all peaceful after you die? Or maybe he's still... Feels like my body's being carried along inside something. I can feel the vibrations of wheels turning over the floor below. She's in hospital! She's in hospital! It's not a car. Nothing with an engine. This is something much more primitive. That's right, it's just like the times they carted me through the hospital hallways. But somehow this feels a lot stuffier. Wonder why this cart's so different. Is this a morgue cart? Are we recreating what it feels like if she went to the morgue? Whoa, okay. This just got interesting. Yep, we just did. We just did. We recreated what it would like to go into a morgue. Oh. Oh. Okay, what is this? What's going on? I decided never to come back to this world, but for some reason, I'm still alive. And yet, I can't open my eyes. Not because it's too bright or anything like that. I literally can't get my eyelids to budge. Did we cover our eyes? A moment later, I realised there's an even larger problem. It's not just my eyes. I can't move. We took away her senses. We took away her senses. Oh yeah, if you hear any echoing, it's probably because I've put the curtains in the wash as well, so that's probably why it's a bit echoey in here for today, so please forgive me. I can't even speak. This is probably a little hard to believe, but I can hear Yuji speaking. I'm definitely alive. This isn't the afterlife. It happened very suddenly. From the muffled sound of his voice, I can tell that I'm probably inside some kind of a box. Yeah, this is the experiment. There was an experiment that was done years ago to see what would happen to a person if you took away each one of their senses as they went along. And I believe this guy was in a full bodysuit where he couldn't move. He had to be fed through a tube, I think. He had his eyesight taken away, his hearing taken away, his sense of touch taken away because he literally was wrapped around in a bodysuit where he couldn't feel anything else. And the guy, I think, mentally broke in the span of 1 hour. Like, he mentally snapped. It might have been faster. I'm trying to remember something from a couple of years back that I remember studying. Or looking into even would be a better word. So you literally take away someone's senses and they mentally break down. So he's recreating that right now. Oh, yeah, that will draw someone out indeed. Michiru's dead. I told you guys she was suffering from anemia. But that was a lie. Her hospitalization was for a much more serious disease. The exam results really did look favourable, but last night her condition took an abrupt turn for the worse. It's a real shame, but there was nothing they could do. I died. We've got the girls with us, haven't we? I mean, yeah, that was the plan. I was going to die and let another me take over, but something's wrong here. I'm lying inside a box being treated like someone who's really dead. Or is she in a coffin? A box with a dead person inside. We put her in a coffin. Okay, now I get it. I guess I'm lying in a coffin then. Does that mean there's a glass window up at the top? I hope not. I don't want to know what my face looks like right now. It really makes me regret not spending a little more time taking care of my skin. Is that the problem right now? It's the truth. Normally this wouldn't have been disclosed to you guys either, but I wanted to give you the chance to get some closure. So they are here. Is Michiru gonna come out after this? Amine's voice is thick with tears. The news of my death seems to have shocked her pretty badly. Sachi. Yes, Sachi? So we were creating a parody death. We're gonna show her what people would truly think she went away. Ooh. I think you all have some idea of what I'm talking about. Every one of us is here for the very private reasons, involving messy, complicated circumstances. Given that, it shouldn't be that surprising for a death to be handled as quietly as possible. And I knew all along. Sachi's voice is trembling too. Why is this happening? Why is Yuji doing this? Oh! Yeah, she's dead. She is in a coffin. I thought she was in something else. Like, you know in the morgue where they put you in the freezers. I thought that was what we just put her in. I was wrong. Everyone's getting upset. This isn't what I wanted to happen. I vanish, the other me takes over, and everyone lives happily ever after. That's what I imagined. But no, they want the real Michiru. Oh yeah, we're gonna get so much shit for this. But it will be worth it. Yeah, there it is. It is. God damn. Amine's not wrong. Amine, grab hold of Magna so she doesn't thrash around, alright? Even when I consciously try to move, I can't budge. Forget twitching a finger. I can't even blink. I wonder, what's happened to my body? Oh! Is the other Michiru in control right now of her body? That's why she can't move or say anything. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. I didn't want to make anyone cry. I didn't want to hurt anyone, but now Makina's bawling. Yumiko. Yumiko doesn't sound like she's been crying. That's good. It'd be too much to take if they all started weeping over it. Yeah, she's gonna cry. You ready for this? I can't see my classmates' faces. I'm walled off from their world, all by myself inside this box. I can only guess from their voices what's occurring around me. I'd always thought I was alone, but I guess I didn't know what real solitude was until now. I can't speak. I can't see their faces. I can't move a muscle. Maybe I wasn't cut off from the world after all. My voice was weak and my jokes were crappy, but at least I had friends who'd laugh at me. I'm going to take Michiru's body for cremation immediately after this. Anyone who has something to say to her, write a letter and put it inside. I'm sure she'll read them in heaven. Yuji is going in hard with this one. God! Do you know what? Yuji is a mad lad, but he is extremely logical. He is extremely logical, and that's why he's awesome. He's thought this out thoroughly. Because now he's testing Michiru. Like, if she truly wants to die, he'll grant it. But if the real Michiru wants to live, she'll come out herself. She'll force herself out. Ooh. This is a massive trial, Michiru. It seems like Yuji really does plan to kill me. In that case, for the end, I want to talk to him again. I want to see everyone's faces one more time before I go. You don't truly want to die. You truly don't want to die. But I can't make that request now. I can't even tilt my head slightly. No matter how I try, my body just won't listen. And this is why he's testing you. You don't want to die. You don't want to die, Michiru. You just said it right then. You don't want to die. It's like every muscle and nerve in my body has gone on strike at once. I can't do anything but lie still on my back. I don't know if it's related, but my thoughts are moving very sluggishly as well. It's as though someone spun a network of thick spiderwebs inside my mind. Every thought has to slowly push its way through those clinging strands. How can you write in this situation as well? Are you going to write anything, Sakaki? Why? You don't have anything to tell her? Yeah, you can't. Yeah, exactly what I was thinking. Yumiko's trying so hard to hold it together. I see. Still, that doesn't change the fact that this is your last chance. Don't leave yourself any regrets. Well, that's your decision to make. I won't say any more. Makina reaches inside the box and places her letter in next to my face, then reaches over to stroke my cheek. Her hands... so small. I never expected such a tender gesture from Makina, who's always been like a rambunctious little sister. It kind of startles me. That's Amane's voice. I hear the side of the box creaking slightly as she leaves her letter next to me. Was her chest leaning against the edge of the coffin? Kinda wish I had been a little more like her in that department. Now's not the time for envy, but goddamn. Ooh, Sachi's sharp. Sachi is very sharp. For a moment, I catch a whiff of Sachi's scent. You sure you're alright with this, Sakaki? Understood. Alright then. This is goodbye. Oh, that was the lid of the coffin. Ah, that was what it was. And with that, I died. Enveloped in shuddering darkness, I'm carted off somewhere. Probably a crematorium. If Yuucha was telling the truth, guess I'm going to be a pile of ashes in a little while. That's kind of a shame. I won't get to read the letters everyone went out of their way to write for me, and I really did want to see their faces before the end. I wanted to see Yuji's face. And when I was the one saying goodbye, I was able to prepare myself emotionally. But now the shoe's on the other foot, and I'm kind of at a loss. There we go, come on. And then there's that girl. I feel bad about doing this to her. I could have just given her my body. I wonder what she's doing right now. There we go, Yumiko. I knew she was trying hard, but she broke. Even I'm gonna have trouble keeping myself together on this one. Good God. Yumiko seems to have grabbed a hold of the box and begun to shake it fiercely. I can hear her nails scratching against the wooden... Wow. 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 Okay. Yeah, even... I've been to funerals. I've known people who've... Yeah, this is gonna be hard to get through. Come on. Okay, let's get through this. Don't interfere, Sakaki. Get off. He can only do what he can. Yumiko tried so hard. She tried so hard. Even Yuji knew. But she couldn't keep up her demeanor. She broke. Of course she would care for her. She bought all the souvenirs for her. She never hated Michiru, ever. And that is just raw right there. That is raw compassion. Appreciate it. I am gonna so look forward to Yumiko's route. Oh, she has similar experience. That's gonna be a hard hitter, that's gonna do it. I've never heard Yumiko this upset before, but it's even more surprising to learn that she has fears so similar to my own. The rumbling of the wheels take on a different tenor. We've left the building. Let me tell you something, Michiru. Death isn't the end. First of all, the people you've left behind have to try and say goodbye. The idea that you can just vanish into thin air is a load of self-centered crap. My boy! I understand that you want to disappear, but before you die, I expect you to go through a proper procedure. You can't wrap your life up neatly all by yourself. That's naive, irresponsible thinking. Yes! I guess you just aware that I'm conscious. But no matter how hard I try to move my mouth, I can't answer him. Yep, we're in the hearse right now. But damn, Yumiko. Oh, that hurt my soul hearing that with Yumiko. Like, out of all the people, she would have the most to say. Second to Sachi. Or, well, I guess... Yeah, if I was to say out of all the ones to say the most, I guess it would have been Yumiko being the most. It seems to be growing gradually more difficult to breathe. Am I going to suffocate inside this box before I get burned to death? A thought floats idly through my head like a soap bubble. Wonder if Yuji has a license. A moment later, it pops and vanishes. Since I found myself in this box, I've been thinking about a whole lot of really pointless things. What are you considering pointless, Michiru? Things I wouldn't even have thought about before fill my head to the brim. This must be what it's like to be paralyzed. My body's asleep, but my mind's awake. I'm immobile, as if bound hand and foot, although there's no rope wrapped around me. And it's just like the experiment. This is literally like the experiment that I researched about. The only difference is the people that were around never saw them, and this person was in a box that allowed no sound as well. I remember that. And I think every 2 hours they would be allowed to alleviate themselves, then go back to testing, and that's it. I'll bury you in your favourite place. Oh, he's not cremated her, he's buried her on the cliffside. Oh! Oh, this'll do it. My body jerks up inside the cramped coffin, helpless to resist the shocks of transport. Maybe this is what it feels like to be a chocolate sitting in the box of candy? Hey, that's a clever analogy. You were always talking about it, weren't you? Now to be your official place of death. All that about the cremation was a lie. This was the plan from the start. Incidentally, your body can't move because of a hypnotic suggestion I gave you. Not to worry. So it was us that done the hypnosis. Nice. It won't last much longer. Another thud echoes through the coffin. The sounds of the outside world. I think I realise what Yuji's doing. He's making her a shallow grave. And he's going to make her claw herself out to determine whether she wants to live or not. That's what he's doing, isn't it? That's what he's doing. Oh, Yuji. I don't really have any regrets, but I wish I could have seen Yuji's face at the end. I wish I knew what my face looked like when he saw it for the last time. This is world vanished for. You wished for. This is the world you wished for. Have yourself a nice sleep beneath. Like having a nice sleep. Beneath. In there, sloth in there. Yeah, Mitch. Oh, she can't hear us anymore. We cut off all sound. Well, she had the car drive off. So that means she should be able to move soon. Whoa. Whoa. My body can't move. I can't speak. I can't see a thing. The inside of my head throbs painfully. Did I get bumped against the box at some point on the way there? An unexpected wave of powerful exhaustion rolls over me. I can't even think about whether to resist before I'm dragged down into sleep. Also, I mean, the darkness is just as thick whether my eyes are open or shut. I don't have any way to track the passage of time. Did I sleep for a while? Maybe I'll just close my eyes for a moment. There's no way I can tell in here. Yep, cutting off that vision sense so you lose track of time as well as rational thought. I can hear the sound of my own breathing from multiple angles at once. Okay, so sound's not completely cut off. It's echoing off the walls of the box. I make up my mind to try and speak. My voice works. Does that mean my body can move as well? As an experiment, I try to lift my arm. She can. Come on, Michiru. It was a small movement, but my elbow bangs against the wooden wall right away. I can move, but it looks like I'm going to have to do so pretty carefully. Inside my box, I laugh at myself. Carefully? What's the point of that now? All I need to do is lie still anyway. I mean, I'm just going to die in here no matter what I do. We're making her say what she truly wants to say. I call his name, but the sound only makes it a few inches from my face before striking solid wood and rebounding back. In this terrifyingly cramped space, the four walls themselves seem almost like living things, consciously observing me. And this is the same she was doing to herself mentally, which she's now physically experiencing. And she's realizing now, this isn't the way I want to live. This isn't the way I want to do it. We're making her experience what she was doing to herself exactly. Damn! My bangs clink to my forehead, damp with sweat. I reach up to fix them, banging my elbow against the wall once again. After carefully twisting my body around, I finally managed to brush the hair back into place. But nobody can see, not even me. So why did I even bother? My back's sticky with perspiration. It's clammy and gross, really uncomfortable. As my dulled nerves slowly rouse themselves, I begin to notice a number of dull aches spread around my body. But it's not just pain that's starting to tug on my senses. There's also hunger. I silently mouth the words I'm starving to no one in particular. Maybe I'll die of hunger before my oxygen runs out. I think in a coffin you have, depending on the size of it, you would have at least half a day's worth of oxygen in there, depending on the size. A normal sized one, I'd say maybe half a day, but most of it will be like, that's how long you probably survive for, is at least half a day. Like judging by Michiru's coffin size. I'm guessing it's half a day. I wonder just how painful my death by starvation is comparatively. I think Armane would be the best person to ask that one. I think I saw some tasteless list about the most painful ways to commit suicide somewhere. Oh wow, she even researched. But right now I can't remember the details. Too bad Yuji isn't here. I'm sure he'd give me a thorough rundown. Probably a little too thorough. Yep, it's going to be hot in there. The sweat trickling down my forehead is starting to get into my ears. Ugh, ugh, that's a nasty feeling. It stings. When I lick my lips, it leaves a salty taste on my tongue. What am I doing here again? 何を見てるのおい、その顔しないでくれる僕の二人はその変な顔してて My Japanese friend just saw me recording that lot because I ain't got the curtains so you can see me clear as day recording. So yes, I'm doing this with the curtains not drawn. I am a madman today. My thoughts are all tangled up like an old-fashioned telephone cord. I'm thirsty. Of course. I don't have any drinking water. I try forcing myself to swallow some saliva, but it doesn't do much good. The phone. Jesus Christ. Startled by the sudden ringing sound, I end up smacking my arm hard against the sidewall. I can feel my heart pounding furiously away. Yeah, it's a phone, alright. The vibrations seem to be coming from everywhere and nowhere. The air resonates with shrill electronic chirping after hunting clumsily around for some time. I finally discover a cell phone ringing next to my ear. It's going to be Yuji, isn't it? Sounds like you're still alive. The instant I hear his voice, I feel tears running down my face. What is this emotion? It's not relief exactly. I can't quite put it down. Is it grief?
Yuji?
Maybe relief. This is your final choice. That phone can only be used to contact me. Just press 1 on the speed dial. Oh, this is how we're doing it. Oh. Oh, so she has to call us if she truly wants to live. You won't be able to get through to anyone else, and the other functions are disabled as well. It won't even display the time. If you decide that you want to live, call me. That's all. We cut her off. Oh. We are giving her what she wished for. Even though I forced myself into a painfully contorted position to answer the phone, he's already hung up on me. Didn't listen to a word I had to say. Nope. He's telling you exactly. Like, is this what you want? I mean, that's just the way the guy is, yeah. But still, even at a time like this, thought makes me smile a little. But at least I got to hear Yuji's voice at the end. Maybe it's better this way. I hugged the phone as close as though cradling a precious treasure. Then closed my eyes. Oh. Huh? Guess I fell asleep again. I instinctively flip open the phone in my hand. But just like Yuji said, the time isn't displayed. I can't even guess how long I was sleeping. I've gotten so used to the darkness by now that the phone's LCD display seemed blindingly bright. When I turned my face to the side to escape the dazzling light, I noticed the letters everyone's wrote lie next to me. You're going to use the phone light to read them. Oh! Jesus Christ, that was loud. With a backlight for illumination, I can make out the characters clearly enough. I square my body around for some time to get into a position. Then open the first envelope and take out the letter inside. Oh, Machina. Without permission, eh?
絶対やめてください。チルチルとしたかった遊びがまだたくさんあったのに、すごく面白いのに、それを知らずに死んでしまうなんてもったいないです。内緒にしてたけど、チルチルと一緒に見たかった景色だってあります。すごく綺麗なのに、それを知らないままなんてダメです。 まだたくさんのことが残っている。この場所を置いていってしまうなんて。
This is so Michiru. This is so Michiru. I don't have to say anything.
それはいけないことです。今までありがとう。でもやっぱり。
おかしい。
こんなのはおかしい。
The letter itself is a little weird. You can definitely tell she was flustered when she wrote it. Yeah. The next envelope I pulled from the little pile is Amane's.
ミチルへ、こうしてミチルにお手紙を書くのも最初で最後になるんですね。
最初と最後。
まだ気持ちの整理はつかないけれど、心残りになると嫌なので書きます。ミチルがツンデレじゃないってことは分かっていました。だからいつも無理していないか心配していました。大丈夫かなって思ってました。
Everyone thought that.
ミチルは自分よりも他人を第一に考えるようなところがあったよね。気づいていないと思ってるだろうけど、ちゃんとみんな分かってたよ。今はもう無理はしていませんか？天国に行ったミチルが無理をせずに自分のしたい通り自由な姿でいられればいいなって思っています。
I doubt the other girls are actually in the same thing as Yuji. I think Yuji meant it as a shock thing to get it across that people do care about her and they're not going anywhere. That was what he was intending to do the whole time. God
私
damn.
は今のこの状況を受け入れることが難しいです。以前入院でミチルがここからいなくなった時、リョウは寂しい雰囲気になりました。
Yep, everyone really became disarrayed because she always done little bits.
私も普通でいようとしたけれど、心にぽっかりと穴が開いたようで、この穴を塞ぐのにどれぐらいの時間がかかるのかわからないけど、ずっとこのままなのかも。ご苦労様でした。
Oh, dang it.
ミチルはみんなの大事な友達であり、
There it is. Come on, there's going to be one left and it's going to be
私に
Sachi.
とってもかけがえのない存在です。
Yeah.
今までもそうだったし、それはこれからもずっと変わりません。こんなことは恥ずかしくて面と向かって言えなかったけど、ちゃんとミチルのことを大切に思っていました。安らかに眠ってください、あまね。
Oh, jeez. After all the effort I put into my Cinderella, they saw through me, huh? Yeah, easily. Easily. It's kind of awkward reading these letters. Everybody sounds different, so different. Oh yeah, I want to say this quickly. I forgot about it, but everyone, one particular comment from one of my subscribers, he told me a bit more information about the girl that Michiru was friends with, and it turns out that there's a lot more that isn't in the all ages version, where apparently she got I don't want to say the word out loud, but I'm gonna make a term here. I'm gonna say snuggle struggle as much as it wasn't one. It was more like, yeah, but it was with people she didn't like, and the person she liked forced it on her, and also that person physically abused her. Those are the bits that we didn't know. So that gave a whole different air to it, and it does change my mind on the overall thing. I do want to play the all ages version so I can, no, the mature version so I can get the full context of them, but I know I'd have to buy the whole thing again. They're raw words coming from deep inside. Feelings that normally would have stayed hidden forever, scrawled out nakedly across the page. Yeah, it's like reading someone's soul. I didn't expect them to write so bluntly, but I guess when it's your last chance, there's really no reason to hold back. Exactly. There's only one letter left now. Sachi's. Come on, Sachi.
ミチル様へ、私はミチル様とまた会えると思っています。だから別れの言葉は書きません。
Ah,
ミチル
nice.
様のことを私は待っています。榊さんも待っています。
I think Sachi
あま
knows.
ねさんもマキちゃんも待っています。もちろん風見さんだってそのはずです。
She knows. She knows.
ミチル様のことを待っているんです。ではまたお会いする日まで、サチ。
As I read these simple words, I remember Yumiko breaking down in tears. Seemed completely out of character for her to get that upset. I always felt like she was keeping her distance from me. So why did she cry like that? Because she was so shy and everything. She is a real tsundere. And not only that, her entire cold demeanour is because of her circumstances, which we will also look at because she'll be the final route. And I can't wait to see how that will go. Oh, she's having second thoughts. I realise that my hand is beginning to quake slightly. Even though I'm not exactly cold, my teeth are starting to chatter, and I can't make them stop. The letter wasn't that carefully worded or anything. None of them were. They scratched them down in just a few short minutes. After all. But for some reason, the normality of their words makes me feel like my heart's being squeezed in my chest. I won't be able to laugh with them ever again, or exchange hellos in the morning, or even have one of our stupid conversations. It all felt so normal before, but now it's gone forever. It's almost like I've only just realised that. Yes, this is what Yuusha was aiming for. This is what he was aiming for. The more I think about it, the harder it is to control my trembling hands. At first, it was the more than mild fidgeting, but right now I'm shaking so hard it's almost like a convulsion. My own body feels strange and alien to me, powerless to stop the trembling. I just observe it dumbly. Even after a few minutes, there's no sign the shivering moments are likely to stop anytime soon. I decide to try thinking about something else. I wonder where Yuji is right now, what he's thinking about. He called me on the phone, so maybe he wants to see me again. Maybe he wants to talk to me again. I want to see him. I really do, but... Don't. Come on. What was that? In that instant, the light of the LCD vanishes at that. It's out of battery! It's out of battery! Don't tell me Yuji planned that too. Did Yuji plan for the phone to run out of battery? So then she only has her own way to do it? Oh boy! The light of the LCD screen vanishes as the cell phone abruptly shuts itself off. I press the on button over and over, but the screen only lights up for a few seconds at a time before turning off again. And after a while, even that stops. The phone goes entirely dead. Yep. I can't tell if he'd done that probably on purpose. I think he did. The one thin thread of salvation dangling down from above has just been completely severed right before my eyes. Now I really am all alone, deep inside the dark, heavy earth. And well strategized, Yuji. God damn. All of a sudden, my fuzzy thoughts snap into sharp-edged focus. I've been floating along as if in a dream, but this all feels terribly real now. A distinct, vivid terror of death overwhelms me. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. He's got to be close to it. My hysterical voice echoes wetly, pointlessly around the coffin. Some part of me didn't really understand what dying meant. No, that's the whole point, that's why he did this. But after reading everyone's letters and losing my only way to contact Yuji, suddenly all too real, all too clear, all too terrifying. The fears grabbed hold of my ankles and won't let go. I can't get out of here. I really can't. I'll never see the light again. I feel like I'm about to go crazy. You see? It's what it does. That's what happens when you cut off all senses and everything. I feel around the interior of the box with clumsy, panicked hands, searching for some sort of exit. But of course, there's no such thing. There are places in the lid where the material feels slightly different, but nothing happens when I strike them. In the first place, I can't position myself properly in this cramped little box. The hard planks rub against me with every movement. I can feel the rough pain of torn skin. The rough pain of torn skin, the hot trickle of blood oozing out of my wounds. Yeah, she's talking to her again. Damn. She never really wanted to die. She never really wanted to. And this is the proof. Yeah. And now she's changed that position entirely.
それがうまくいかないと分かった時、あなたは本心を彼に伝えた。だけど間違ってる気がしてきて、このまま勝手に死ぬなんていけない気がしてきたの。それがわがままだって分かってる。もうお願い、ここから私を
Does that Michiru know how to get
ごめ
out?
んなさい。そうしたいけど今の私は何もすることができない。私はただ
She's testing you as well. She's testing you.
行動するのは
Oh.
君。
The only one who can act right now is you.
私がやらなきゃいけないんだよね。
The other me stares into my eyes, her face steady and calm, not even blinking.
君は本当に誰からも愛されていなかった。君は本当に誰からも必要とされていなかった。私は生きていたかったのに、不意にそれが終わってしまった。君はこんなに周りから愛されているのに、なぜ命を粗末にするの？ずっと失い続けてきたから、これからもそうなるのが怖くて。
Of course it's gonna happen in your lifetime, but you gotta make the most of what you have now.
どうにかできるのは君だけだから。それが無理ならこのままずっと暗い闇の中にいなさい。私だって心残りぐらいある。でも我慢してる。そうするしかないと思ってる。誰かに期待されたいのなら、誰かに消えてほしくないと思うのなら、まず君が自分自身に期待しなさい。
God damn, this Michiru is brutal. Yes.
自分を大切にしなさい。誰かのためじゃなくて自分のために。
自分のためだ。And she's gone. Your best friend's now testing you. She's testing you. Lift my own sake? I've never even tried. I'm always working for someone else's sake and always failing, falling short of their expectations. And that's why you went downhill. Always a defective human being. In that instant, the phone begins to ring. Even though the battery was definitely dead, the shrill electronic warbling bounces around the inside of the box. I grope around and grab hold of it. The screen and the incoming light are still dark, but the sound of the call continues as loudly as before. When I mash my thumb in the general area of the answer button, the ringing stops. I slowly bring the phone to my ear. Huh?
どうして一人だなんて思うの？ちゃんとあなたのこと友達だって思って大切にしてる人がいるよ。それなのにどうして一人でどこかに行こうとするの？あなたは置いていかれるのがどんなに辛いか分かってないんだ。だから勝手にどこかに行こうとしちゃうんだ。失うことは当たり前だよ。誰かに嫌われることだって特別なことじゃない。
Yes, it's not unique.
私、あなたのこと大好きだよ。だからどこにも行かないで。もしあなたが自分のことを不幸せだと思うなら、これから幸せになろう。ここに戻ってきて、これからまた。
Who is that speaking? Who is that speaking? From now on, I haven't really thought about that so much lately. All this time I've been focused on enduring the pain from the festering miserable wounds the past left me. Even when I met someone new, I'd find myself thinking about what happened before, biting my lip when they weren't looking. What's the point? It'll be over someday. I timidly tried to stretch out my hand. The door leading to the future is heavy and cold to the touch. She never truly thought about it because she was so stuck on the pain and suffering she had been through that she forgot about herself. I want... There it is. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on.
が終わってしまうことだとしても、その場にみんなといたいよ。
Yes, I strained.
私だって幸せになりたいよ。
Yes, there we go. I strain forcefully against the door and it opens before me. Yuji's there with me. Come on, Yuji, leading me to this place.
ようやく来てくれたね。
What? The voice takes my breath away. Even after all this time, I'd never mistake that voice. It's my friend, the girl who went to the other side.
迎えに来てくれたんでしょ。一緒に行こうってことだよね。友達だから一緒にいようってことだよね。
Oh. 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 Oh.
みちる、好きだよ。ありがとう。ずっと一緒にいようね。
This is her encountering her fear. You're not gonna go with her. The voice draws nearer, accompanied by something that seemed to be formed out of pitch black mist. I draw back a step in
どう
fear.
して逃げるの？私たち親友だって約束したじゃない。それとも私のこと嫌いになっちゃった？
I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. I'm gonna keep going. I don't hate you.
嫌いじゃないよ。大好きだよ。
She's speaking
だったら
properly
これ
now.
からずっと一緒に過ごそうね。一緒にいよう。手出して。
She's not. A violent plume of smoke coils itself tightly around my arm. It's sharply cold against my skin, like fog rising from
こ
dry
れから
ice.
ずっと一緒にいられるね。誰にも邪魔されないね。本当に幸せだよ。ごめんね。ごめんってどういうこと？私のこと嫌いになったの？
No, this is manipulation 101 in our head.
大好きだよ。今でも大好き。一番大好きなお友達だもん。だったらどうしてそんなこと言うの？教えて。
She can't do it. She can't do it.
それは。
Brutal!
人？あなたはもう死んでしまって、この世界にはいない人だからだよ。
You can't keep living the
一
fantasy.
緒にいることはできない。
Oh.
前を向いて生きなきゃいけない。いつまでも後ろを向いているわけにはいかない。私を忘れるっていうの？
No, that's not what she
忘れ
said.
ない。絶対に忘れない。でも嫌なことがあった時にあなたのことを思い出して、あなたがいないからダメなんだって。そういう。
She's thinking of herself instead of thinking, without her, I can't do
あ
anything.
なたのことは絶対に忘れない。でもこれ以上一緒にはいられない。
Come on, Michiru, break it off. Break it off.
わからないよ。
Rip it off like a
私に
band-aid.
はわからない。どうして一緒にいられないのかわからない。ねえ、みんながミチルを叩いたり悪口を言ったりバカにしたり、そんな世界よりも私と一緒に何の悩みもない世界にず
That
っ
girl
と
wouldn't
一緒に
say
い
that.
よ。
That girl wouldn't say that. This is definitely Michiru's head. Painful memories blow through my mind like a squall. For a moment, I feel as if the surge of emotion will carry me away, but somehow I brace my legs and hold steady. I seem to have picked up a phone at some point. No, I was holding this all along. The battery's dead and it can't connect me to anyone, but right now it's the only thing tying me to the other world.
私行く。未来に。
Moving on! Yes! My hand finds the knob of an invisible
あ
door.
なたはこの世界との決別を選んだ。でも私もそうしようとしてたけど、やっぱり違うって思った。私には一緒に笑ってくれる友達がいる。一緒に泣いてくれる友達がいる。私を待っていてくれる人がいる。私を愛してくれる人がいる。私が愛してる人がいる。
Uh-oh. And that's why I can't follow you on the road you
ずる
chose.
いよ。先に行っちゃうなんてずるい。
She will see you one day.
ごめんね。でもね、私もあなたのことが大好きだよ。でも一緒に死ぬことは友情じゃない。それは友達の証なんかじゃない。本当の友情は
本当の友情？
今一緒に生きている友達を大切にすることだと思う。今一緒にいる友達のために泣けること、今いる友達と笑えること、それが友情だと思う。
Go on, Michiru. You're doing all the right things right now.
あなたは
Come on.
大切な思い出として心の中にしまっておく。
This is going to be such a long episode. Jesus. I tried to leave, but the knob doesn't want to turn. It's so stubborn. It feels like it's fused in place. Even so, I keep right on twisting at it with all the strength I can muster. But that's no good either. So I start simply hitting the door as hard as I can. More blood spills from my hands with every strike. But I keep right on going without so much as a flinch. And that's that girl's thinking. Come on.
あの世界とあの人たちが好きだから。
Yes! She did it. Somehow I managed to force open the lid of my prison. In the next instant, a mixture of shockingly cold air and damp earth streamed down into the box. Yet it's raining. It's as if my body is being pressed down under the palm of a giant. I can't move. She's out. That was it. She did it. I spit out the dirt that's fallen into my mouth and try to open my eyes. I've never seen the sky from under the ground before. Makes me feel like the seedling of some bizarre plant. She did it. He never buried her that deep. He never buried her that deep. I wanted to gulp down a whole lung full of fresh air, but I can't imagine that either. The hole I was buried in doesn't seem to be as deep as I thought. But hunger and exhaustion have left me too weak to push my way free. Yuji's right there. Yuji's right there. Somehow managing to speak, I struggled to crawl up through the heavy, wet soil, but no matter how much I strain my tired muscles, I can't move. That's a harsh lesson. Ah. Writhing like an insect, I desperately try to get at least my face above ground, but my endurance has already run out. Drowsiness, hunger and loneliness push murderously down on me. This really is it for me. I'm going to end here drowned in mud. I could have managed to kill myself when I wanted to, and now I'm going to die when I want to live. Seriously? What an idiot. See? I told you I was stupid. But if I have to die, I want to die touching the world. If I push my fingers up through the dirt with my last ounce of strength... Oh, I push my fingers up through the dirt with my last ounce of strength. Come on, Yuji, pull her up. From a neutral point of view, you must look like the feeble stirrings of some puny little sprout. One that's picked an odd time of year to surface. But that sprout can also symbolise rebirth. Rebirth, baby! Deep in the soil, I slowly, weakly extend my index finger up toward the sky. I touch the outside air for the first time in who knows how long. It's startlingly wonderfully cool. Only a few centimetres of my finger is in contact with the world, but it's enough. It's enough to tell me that I'm alive. Soft, quiet raindrops wet my fingertip. I've already cried myself dry, so maybe the sky is shedding tears in my place. Come on, Yuji, pull her out. My eyelids feel like melting wax running down a candle, falling shut so heavily that it feels like they'll never open again. I begin to slowly, peacefully disappear. That was quick. It's only been 11 hours. Yep, there we go. 12 hours. Near enough. Since I buried you. After all that pig-headed whining about wanting to die. Pig-headed, sorry. This is all you've got. No guts, woman. Come on, Yuji, pull her out! Yes. I'll pull Michiru out of the earth. Hold on, let me move my thing right up. Woohoo! Oh boy. Okay, this is awesome. I pull Michiru up out of the earth. She's got a somewhat surprised expression on her face. Understandable, I suppose.
Yuji, なんでここにいるの?
夢じゃないよ. This isn't a dream. It's reality. How are you feeling? Come to your senses yet?
どういうこと?
I never buried you that deep, you know. Even if I tried to explain the whole thing, I doubt the girl would understand right now. I decided to keep it simple. I knew it would turn out like this. That's why I did what I did. I knew all along that you didn't really want to disappear or die. So I sat here and waited for you to break out of that shell. I was just your assistant on this one. Here to lend a hand, in the most literal sense. I strongly squeezed Michiru's trembling hand. I was waiting here the whole time, and I was planning to keep on waiting as long as it took for you to come out of that box.
もし出てこなかったら
Ooh, who knows? Hadn't thought about it, but I couldn't exactly wander off. If that ventilation tube I quietly installed for you had gotten clogged with bugs or something, you'd have suffocated in less than 30 minutes. Wow, it's a very shallow coffin. Whew. There was no plan B. Kind of a half-assed strategy, granted, but it seems to have worked out.
11時間って言ってたけどずっと待ってたの
Yep, he did. He did. That's right. That's right.
ご飯は
He didn't eat. I locked you up inside a box and stuck you in a hole. You expect me to complain about my stomach grumbling? Anyway, half a day's nothing to worry yourself about. Barely worse than getting stood up for a day. Anyway, that's enough pointless back talk. Let's keep going.
ちょっと待って私今生きてるんだよね
Yes, you're alive. That's right.
もう一度
Oh man, this is gonna get me. This is gonna get me. Don't make me cry now. Don't make me cry. Don't make me cry. Nah. That's right. Look at that. Michiru's eyes have resembled dull, cloudy marbles for so long that I almost forgot they could sparkle like this.
ありがとうユージありがとう
Oh. Okay, I didn't expect them words. Oh. Oh, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready for thank you. Yeah, save it for later.
今言わせて
She's saying it all.
ごっこじゃなくてユージと恋人になりたい
Well, this is all very sudden. Can't say I've ever had a woman covered head to toe in mud confess her love to me before. Come on, Yuji. A valuable experience, to be sure. But a couple? Weren't you afraid to the end? Are you alright with the fact that we might have to say goodbye someday?
いつか終わりが来るとしてもそれまで1秒でもユージと長く一緒にいたいそれに1秒でも長く一緒にいるために頑張る
Yes! Come on! Try harder. What exactly?
わかんないけど嫌われないようにとかもっと好きでいてくれるようにとか楽しくなるようにとか
Oh.
あと逃げない現実から、この世界から逃げないようにする
You won't run. Sounds like somebody who's accepted a lot of stuff in such a short span of time, if I say so myself. I see. Sounds fairly promising. I'm getting the feeling we might be able to stay together for a good while.
ねえユージ
What now?
私ユージのことが好き
Oh, that's a smile you want to protect. That's a smile you want to protect. Honestly, I got the message the first time. Well, looks like the girl's still got some energy left at least. Hoisting Michiru onto my back, I slowly carried her down the road leading back to the dorm. Everyone's going to see her and they're going to flip. I want to... No, do you know what? I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going for another 15 minutes. That's it, an hour and a half episode. Hope you guys enjoy it. You do good, Michiru. Welcome back to the world you belong in.
今何時
I'm gonna keep...
が知りたい
Oh, I'm gonna keep going, I'm gonna keep going. A little after 2 in the morning, I guess. The witching hour, as they say. I thought it was 3 o'clock in the morning that was witching hour. Oh, come to think of it. Try not to make a habit of rising out of the ground in the middle of the night. People might take you for a zombie.
本当だね見つけてくれたのがユージでよかった
You ain't kidding. Indeed, Sakaki probably would have pissed herself. Probably. You ain't wrong.
ねえやっぱりどうしても聞かせて私が出てこなかったらどうするつもりだったの
I'm kinda curious as well. It honestly wasn't something I thought about. I know you well enough to know you'd find the strength to live all on your own. So the worst case scenario I had planned for wasn't you never coming out. It was you coming out after even more time had passed. Because he would have put you through that for so long. For a moment, Michiru seems a bit confused. But then the answer seems to come to her on its own. Yeah. He didn't want to make you suffer for that even longer than he hoped to get you out of there for. He never would have wanted that at all. Suddenly, she starts squirming around on my back and looking anxiously around the area. We've got two possible emergency countermeasures. First, we could stop by that beach. It's a bit regrettable from an environmental perspective. Excuse me. But I think Mother Earth will understand. What? You were about to toss your life away, weren't you? Surely you can withstand a little humiliation. Alright then, second option. You could always make use of the public facilities just past the bank. Michiru abruptly leaps down and takes off at a clumsy sprint. Oh, seems her body is in no hurry to die at least. Yes, Sachi knew. Sachi knew. Spotting her, Sachi starts brushing the sidewalk in front of the gate and approaches with a beaming smile on her face. As for Michiru, after returning from the restroom with a profoundly relieved expression... Oh, she needed the loo. She hopped right back into my back for the walk home. What on earth are you doing up at this hour? So it would seem. But isn't it a little late for that? I knew it. I knew it. I knew Sachi knew. Nope, she knew.
でも私はミチル様が亡くなったなんて信じていませんでしたし、絶対に戻ってくるって思っていましたから。
There it is.
それよりも他の皆さんに見つからないようにしてくださいね。
Oh, okay.
ミチル様どころか風見さんまで消えてしまったものだから、みんな大騒ぎなんですから。
Ah, yeah, it's going to be a bit difficult. Not entirely surprising, I suppose. How do you things stand currently? Yeah, we must have told her about it as well a little bit.
風見くんなんだからっておっしゃってました。私は納得しましたけど、榊さんや天音さんはずっと落ち着きがなくて、マキちゃんはシャドウ影踏みの練習で気を紛らわせていました。
Oh, okay. Sorry for the trouble. I'll have to explain everything to you all later. Guess I'd better brace myself for a slap or three. Yeah, probably.
そうですね。ささ、お疲れでしょうから、お風呂へどうぞ。ちゃんとお掃除してありますからね。
Appreciate it. You really are a maid-among maid, Sachi. Still carrying Michiru, I turn to enter the premises. But before I can take a step, the girl shifts her position on my back and speaks.
ありがとう。私のこと待っててくれて。いいえ。ミチル様こそ戻ってきて。
I just want to keep going.
ありがとうございます。
I just want to keep going.
ただいま帰ったわよ。お帰りなさいませ、ミチル様。あんたはもう寝ていいわよ。明日も早いんでしょ。そうですね。では失礼させていただきます。
You crying? She said yes instead of saying no. I see. Making no further comment, I carry Michiru to the bathroom. Yep. You're filthy. I'll bring a change of clothes. So you focus on getting that dirt off for now. Everything else can wait until after. What's wrong? Being alone too scary?
大丈夫。だってユージは絶対に迎えに来てくれるはずだもん。
The girl smiles a little awkwardly as she speaks. I give her a quick pat on the head, then make my way down to her room to obtain a fresh change of clothes. That said, I don't know where anything is in here. It's the one she's always wearing. Well, that works. Yeah, might as well. Already out of the bath? That was fast. I bought you a change of clothes. Oh god, that's actually, that's Sprite down below. Yikes. Oh boy. Fly, get out of here. Got it. Bloody hell. Summer here, I've got to make sure I watch out for the flies. Her body wrapped in a towel, I left the changing room. Michiru shuffles about shy. Not right now. I need to arrange for your medical checkup. Yep, that's right. Oh, do I smell? Sorry. Aw. At Michiru's insistence, I consent to bathe. From the perspective of a freshly washed woman, I must seem exceptionally unsanitary at the moment. Might have been a little inconsiderate on my part. Well, it's not like you could help it. I mean, you was in the rain for hours as well. It's not the time for a leisurely soak. I opt for a quick shower. Just as I'm finishing up, Michiru comes in as well. Oh? We got the cute clothes as well. Hello there. Felt like taking a bath in your clothes? Or maybe you forgot something? Oh god, no, not like Sakura. Please, not like Sakura Gamer. Please, we do not need another serial killer. She wanted to see us a bit more. Aww. I understand that, but can you wait 5 minutes for me to come out of the shower? What does that mean? You're a real handful. Alright, if you're doing this, do it quickly. Michiru rubs a bar of soap against the washcloth, slowly and carefully working up a nice lather. The girl proceeds to wash every nook and cranny on my bag. Damn, nice gesture, but after 5 straight minutes of scrubbing, it starts to feel like she's overdoing it a little. Alright, that's good enough. Hey, hold on now, you're gonna rip my skin off, please don't. I told you that's good enough. Cut it out already. Aww. That's cute. Finally abandoning her washcloth, Michiru leans against my back and wraps her arms around me. Must have been pretty lonely down there. I'm not going anywhere, Michiru. Yeah, can you give me a real kiss? Oh! Whoa, this CG, hello! I turn around, take Michiru by the wrist and draw her to me. Instead of answering, I press my lips to hers. Wow, this blush. Oh, this sort of thing isn't too bad every once in a while. Nah, definitely not. I can't stand people who decide they've saved someone with a little kindness. Human beings exist with their own private bubble of solitude. Our pain and sadness can't be cured by gentle words. Offering gestures of sympathy can make you feel good about yourself, yes, but for the recipient, it's meaningless at best. Yeah, I mean, you can say as much as you sympathize with someone, or like you can say, I can understand a bit of what you're going through, but at the same time, that doesn't help them. You don't save anybody with that. And it's very true. I believe that myself. People don't need a crutch or a savior. Yeah, exactly. You're a savior of nothing if you do that. Who are you saving? What are you saving? You're just saying something to make somebody feel comfortable. That's not saving anyone. They need to overcome... That doesn't mean be self-righteous, of course. It doesn't mean that at all. They need to overcome their own suffering or find the strength to accept it. And then someone needs to help get into that point. I'm willing to lend a hand. Yes. That's the bit where you become a helping hand, or a bit cheesy to say in the context I was using earlier about saviour. Only that way can you count yourself as like an assistant to saving someone. Is if you help. If they want your help of their own will to become a better person, and they are becoming a better person, and they need your help, that is when you become that person's saviour, or one of the assistants that help them. They need to overcome their own suffering or find their own strength to accept it. And when someone, yeah, of course, that doesn't mean I go around offering my support to every sad sack I run into on the streets. Exactly. I'm not some hypocrite politician or cult leader. So what distinguishes the people I willingly assist from those I don't? Not sure if there's any clear criteria, really, other than whim. Sometimes I just feel like it. She naked again. Aww. Even when it comes to the young lady currently sleeping at my side, thoroughly pondering the reason why I helped her doesn't produce a convincing answer. But that's just the way human beings are. No matter how logically you analyze our motives, no matter how thoroughly you investigate the context of our actions, every once in a while you'll end up running smack dab into the incomprehensible. I can't comment on how meaningful this particular incident may or may not be, but I'm not unhappy with the way things turned out. In any case, the tricky part comes next. Yep, where we gonna die? Alright, here we go.
恥ずかしながら松島みちる帰ってまいりました。
There it is. And it wasn't Yumiko. Zombie? Zombie powder? Alright, let's give Makina a second to process that.
ただいま。いや、ただいまじゃなくて、そしてお帰りじゃなくて。だって、ちょっと榊さん。
And here comes Sakaki.
何？朝から騒がし。
Oh.
やあ、ただいま。
Uh-oh. Oh. She fainted. Oh no, that's cruel for me to laugh. That's cruel for me to laugh, but god damn it.
もうあまね、いいじゃないのよさ。だってチルチル帰ってきたのよ。
Mm-hmm. She's back.
どの面下げてか知らないけど帰ってきたのよ。え？どの面ってどの面？
Don't answer that. These ones. I pinched Michiru's face and stretched her cheeks out to both sides.
この面です。ああ、その面な。いいじゃん。割にその面ならいけるいける。ちょっと待って。
Yeah, everyone's just forgetting that she's just back.
あまねっては意外にめんどくせえな。帰ってきたからいいじゃんって言ってるのよさ。
Bloody hell, Makina's just accepting as hell. God damn. Makina trots over and begins poking at Michiru's chest like a housewife, prodding at a shrink-wrapped piece of produce.
本物よ。当たり前でしょ。だよね。
She looks so much happier than before. It actually feels natural. Jesus.
だったら
Aww.
だったらいいじゃん。
Aww.
すごくいいじゃん。
Aww, give her a hug. Give her a hug.
よかったのよさ。よかった。マキナ。
This makes me happy. This makes me happy. I know they're not real, but still, it makes me happy.
ごめんね。もうどこにも行かないよ。
And it doesn't even sound like a Cinderella thing at all. She's dropped that.
約束なのよ。約束できるよ。
Michiru and Makina link their little fingers together. Yubikiri. Watching as they swear their oath, Harmony heaves a sigh of surrender.
わかったわよ。確かに奇跡の復活で帰ってきた。
Yeah, she's just in general shock.
これ以上喜ばしいことはない。だからもういいわよ。
She doesn't even know what to
無理
think.
やりに納得するわよ。でも私にも約束しなさい。
Alright.
どんな約束？それはもちろん、もう絶対に二度と死んだりしないって。
Nice. Nice.
もう死なない。今度死んだりしたらぶっ殺すからね。今度死んだら ぶっ殺される。
Mm.
そうだね。それでいいね。
Yeah, that's all that's relief.
疲れたわよ。
That is relief.
このこと知ってるの？
Yes, she knew. Yeah, she was the first one to know. We ran into her on the way back.
だったら教えてくれればいいのに。それであの子なんて言ってた？二人のこと見てさぞ驚いたんじ
She
ゃ
figured
ない
it
の？
out. She figured it out.
ただ帰りなさいって。そっか。さっちゃんらしいといえばさっちゃんらしいか。
Yeah, it definitely is Sachi. Oh, there we go. She's finally gonna. She's finally gonna give them to her. Finally. Oh, I'm foul for laughing. Oh, I'm foul for laughing. It's just it finally came full circle back to the pins. Same as it ever was. Better give them all proper apologies later.
ミミコには悪いことしたわね。
Yeah. Jesus Christ. And so Michiru returned to her friends and her school. She was completely freed of her dependence on medication and that bizarre Tsundere act. She spends the rest of her school days as a normal girl. 6 pennants hanging on the wall of her... Oh, yeah, she got them. A little too neat a conclusion, unfortunately. Honestly, Michiru's just managed to finally face up to one of her multiple problems. Nothing more.
ねえ、ユージ、これって僕じゃないよね。
Alright, I'm gonna end it here. I don't know if this is the end or not. If it is, I apologize. I don't know, but I am out of time. I've gone over so much more time than I originally would have. And I'm happy. An hour and 30 minutes we've done this for. An hour and 30 minutes. And unfortunately, I am all out of time for this episode. This episode just made me happy. It's made me happy. And it's interesting the way that Yuji went about it with the coffin, because I know the experiment and the idea behind it. And it's actually one of the most brutal ways to draw out one's true feelings. It's very brutal. But anyway, as I said, I am all out of time for this part, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did, subscribe if you want any more from me, and I shall see you in the next video. So guys, I will most certainly see you next time. I have a feeling the next episode is going to be the final one for Michiru. God damn. God damn.